this one. Awesome. Awesome. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. And then the purpose of this meeting is to just, most of us I know belong to the Coding Mom community. And if you remember, sometime like around 2-3 weeks ago, we had discussions around different AI tools, ChatGPT including. We spoke about Brad AI. We spoke about this assistant that's been incorporated into Google Docs too, right? And a lot of quite a number of us didn't have this knowledge, like we didn't know how we could utilize ChatGPT and the rest of those tools. So we decided that, okay, we should have a session where we will discuss these tools and how we can maximize them, right, to increase our productivity, to boost our creativity and all that. Yeah, so that's the essence of this session. So we start immediately, right? First off, I just need a quick abstract, right? A quick abstract. Let me see if I can. All right. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are all aware of how the emergence of AI has just disrupted everything, especially since last year to this very moment. There've been different gist and news about artificial intelligence, right? And essentially, it's just a branch of computer science. It's just a branch of computer science that aims to create machines that mimic human intelligence. Essentially, that's the essence of artificial intelligence. So it has evolved into tools like ChatGPT and Bard. Oh, this is a mistake. This is supposed to be Bard, not Brad. This is BARD. And I'm guessing that it will be the same way I spelled it across these documents. But anyway, let's just move on. Okay, so now the AI can be categorized actually into two types. There's something they call the narrow AI, which is designed to perform like a narrow task. For example, facial recognition or internet searches. Then there's the general AI, which can perform any intellectual task, which can be anything that a human being can do, right? So makes it very easy. This is the category that ChatGPT and Bard falls into, right? So AI technologies include machine learning, where machines learn from experience, deep learning, where they recognize a particular pattern in a large amount of data, right? So it's super interesting. I wrote something here. I said, through the examination of underlying principles of AI, the capabilities and limitations of specific AI tools, the practical example of their application in various domains, this presentation will actually aim to provide a comprehensive understanding of how AI can be leveraged. There's a lot of buzz around it, and you might easily get lost and not on. How do I bring it to practical terms? Like, how do I bring it home? How does AI actually help me my day-to-day? So this is just the essence of this 1 hour presentation, right? How to bring AI, cut through the noise, make it relevant to my day-to-day daily tasks, and just to boost my productivity at large. Yeah. Okay. So I've mentioned this, I've spoken about this introduction, how AI came about, what we are trying to achieve with AI. I've spoken about narrow AI, the two types of AI. There's narrow AI, there's the general AI and all that. Yeah, so let's move to my next one. Okay, so this is the interesting part now. This is like the general overview of AI tools. So like I said earlier, there's the narrow AI and there's the general AI. Right now, we are deep diving into the general AI, right? So AI tools are applications of systems that utilize artificial intelligence to perform tasks, solve problems, or provide insights. Simple and short. So they range from chatbots that can handle customer inquiries to recommendation systems like those used by Netflix or Amazon, or AI assistants like Siri or Alexa. So Siri and Alexa, like, they are voice prompt chatbots kind of. So they help you, right, to perform, like, maybe search the internet, or in some use cases, start your music, smart home devices, do all that. So the underlying technology in these different tools is artificial intelligence, right? So this speaks to more like narrow AI and branches also into general AI too. Yeah, so they can help automate routine tasks, provide personalized recommendations, analyze large amounts of data, and even predict future trends, right? For example, like what's it called? When you're trying to check the weather, right? And it's more like an AI predicting what the weather tomorrow or if next few hours will be like, right? So it's just synthesizing through large amounts of data, making simulations, to predict a future occurrence, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so by understanding the various tools available and how they can be applied, individuals, organizations can leverage AI to work more efficiently, right? So think more creatively and innovate in ways previously unimagined, right? So I've experienced more like a 70 or even, I'm being conservative actually, like more like a 90 or 100% increase in my productivity and my creativity just by leveraging different tools, right? What I would have taken me a large amount of time in researching and trying to get a particular information or prepare a document, something, it's been far cut. That time has been cut into less amounts, right? Because of ability to leverage these different tools. And this is why I want to share my knowledge. Okay. So please, if you have questions, you can drop it in chat box. Then I'll pick them later as we go on in the presentation. All right. Yeah. So we'll be zeroing in on two of the AI tools, right? And I'll still speak to other tools, and in fact, I'll speak to a website where you can get other tools that you can leverage and maximize, right? So I'll be discussing ChatGPT and Bard AI. So ChatGPT is an AI language model developed by OpenAI. It is designed to generate human-like text based on the input it's given. So you can think of it as a sophisticated chat box where you can carry on conversation, answer questions, write essays, and more. It's more like a human, I call it my own human assistant, right? So it just helps me to quickly get things done. And we'll have a quick, what's it called now? Like a quick hands-on, right, to just explain the process. Okay, so yeah, I have this example here. Consider the following scenario. Bumi is opening a new business that doesn't have a social media strategist. She could type out each post herself, but she's busy getting the business up and running, which is the core of what she does, right? Bringing in money, getting the business up and running. But then she needs a social media strategist. She needs to, put her business out there. She needs to kind of have a presence, right, on social media, on the different social media platforms. So Bumi opens up ChatGPT and she types in this prompt. I have a small business called Bumi Hair and Beauty that sells weaves and wigs. Write a blog post and 5 blogs for Instagram for publicity. The post comes out in minutes. Bumi makes a few edits, schedules them on her field, and she goes about her day. This is one of the time saving measures that I like the most about ChatGPT. Let's quickly do that. Let's quickly run that. Okay, so I have ChatGPT here. Okay, so for those that don't have or those that don't like that trying to create an account and all that, like, so your first step will be, okay, so how do I take this guy off? Okay, let me just open a new tab and I'll be fine. So I opened a new tab here. What you do is, if you can follow through with me, if you can follow along and just, or just pay attention and see how you can create an account for those of us that don't have one. So just do OpenAI, right? Just simple OpenAI. Then you can, so because I already have an account, I might not see the login page. So you can just click on ChatGPT. It will take me to my ChatGPT account. I'll come to ChatGPT here, click on it, right? Then in my case, I'm logging in, but in your case, you can sign up, right? And just create an account. Just create an account. So once you create the account, right, you follow through with the different steps, it brings you here. So because I already have, this is what the interface looks like. But first off, okay, let me come here. Because you're a first timer, you've not subscribed to, you've not upgraded, you've not subscribed to ChatGPT 4, which I have. So that's why I have this option of ChatGPT 4. You won't see this option in your on your interface. All you see is ChatGPT 3, right? So ChatGPT is like the older model of ChatGPT. ChatGPT 4 is the earliest model. So, and this is paid. You have to subscribe for it. It costs like $20 a month, right? So what you will see essentially is ChatGPT 4. You won't see all this here, right? I have this plugin or this extension called Save to Notion. So what this does is once I type a prompt, I can easily save it to my Notion page, right? Okay, so you will see this page. This is how your page will appear. So let's quickly run the prompts that yeah. So let me just copy this and paste it in my ChatGPT. Let's see. All right, let me take you with the quotes. Right. Then run the message, send the message. Now I'm using ChatGPT 3. This is the model. I didn't move to ChatGPT 4. Like I said, you will only see the option if you just opening an account. You see an option for the model you work with. It will be ChatGPT 4. So now let's just quickly go through it. I sent in this prompt. I have a small business called Bumi Hair and Beauty that sells this, right? A blog post and 5 blogs. And this is my response. This is the response ChatGPT 3 gave me, right? And I think I like it. Of course, you can make edits. I'll suggest that you do just a quick touch up to just, make it fine tune it to your own taste and to your own style. Are you looking to elevate your style, embrace your inner beauty, look no further? I mean, for a first attempt, this is amazing, right? So the point is, it just quickly gets me up and running, right? So we have the post here and we have the Instagram blog that I can use as Instagram adverts, unlock your hair beauty. I can, take a picture of some of the weaves, add this as a caption, and send it as an ad, right? And it will work perfectly fine. So the essence with this demonstration is just to show us how quickly you can, get ChatGPT to, come up with posts, come up with anything you need, right? Even just as we did for Instagram, you can do across Facebook, Twitter, and just maximize it, right? Leverage it to come up with different content across your different social media feeds. Awesome. Okay. So capabilities of ChatGPT, we've just seen one of it, right? So first of all, rather, you can provide a personalized customer service, right? Assist with language translation, coding tasks, generate content for websites or social media, like we demonstrated. You can create your own chatbot and virtual assistants, right? With the when you use ChatGPT 4, you can essentially add plugins. So these plugins will only help you to extend the capabilities of ChatGPT 4. So for example, with ChatGPT, so let me move to ChatGPT 4 now. I have Code Interpreter, can help me to come up with solve different code issues. We'll go to that and I'll do a quick demonstration for us, right? So you will only see this if you subscribe to ChatGPT 4, you upgrade your account, then you're able to add plugins. Plugins just helps you to extend the different abilities, right? To extend the abilities of your ChatGPT 4. I have 2 plugins I presently use. I use Meta Mentor, which helps me to come up with learning plans. Prompt Perfect helps me to just perfect prompts. For example, okay, let me move to ChatGPT 4 and yeah, okay. I'm here now and okay, I already activated Prompt Perfect also. So let me do an example with this last prompt that I used. So Command V, then paste it again. But with Perfect, this prompt, before you need to activate it. To activate the plugin, you type Perfect, right? So Perfect will activate that prompt. Let me send the message. Listen, just give it a few minutes. Yeah, so Prompt Perfect is activated. I can click on this drop down to see what it's actually doing. So what it's going to do is it will take in the prompt you put in, right? And it will re-engineer that prompt. Like it will make it more, what's that word now? The thing with ChatGPT is the more, how will I put it? The more interesting your prompts, right? Or the better your prompt, the better your response. So it just rephrased my prompt to this: as the owner of Bumi Hair and Business, a small business specializing in sales of weaves and wigs, I'm seeking assistance in creating promotional content to increase publicity. I would like you to write a blog post and 5. It just made the prompt more comprehensive. And with a more comprehensive prompt, you get a more comprehensive response, right? So yeah, so it gave a different and a more so if you compare what we have here and what we had earlier, right? Let me see. This is what we had earlier, right? You see, it was just short and straight to the point. See what we have here with Prompts Perfect, right? It's a bit more, it's more elaborate, and it's actually more, it's more so. If I post this, right, in I don't tweak it at all, and I just send it to what's it called, Instagram, it will in a way kind of bypass, because I know that Instagram has also incorporated some AI features where they quickly pick content that has been generated by AI, right? So like maybe Jasper, for example, ChatGPT, Brad, and all that, those are AI tools. So there's a way that Instagram will try to filter through AI generated content, and they won't give it more publicity as much as a humanly generated content. So what Prompts Perfect will help you do is to kind of fine tune your prompt to make it more human friendly, right? And so that when ChatGPT now gives you back a response, it will look more human friendly. Rather, it will in a way kind of bypass that AI checking feature that Instagram has. I know this is one thing that Prompts Perfect does, right? So this is one of the capabilities, of course, extended capabilities of ChatGPT with ChatGPT 4. Okay, so yeah, demonstrated that. So this uses have the potential, of course, to benefit both businesses and individuals by saving time and money, just like we have demonstrated. So both the way we use ChatGPT and the application itself are both developing, of course. One of the things about ChatGPT 4 is it's evolving, right? The more you use it, the more it understands more understands you as a user, and tries to churn back responses that will need less and less edit and fine-tuning, right? So yeah, so we really just got started, right, using systems like ChatGPT in our life. Okay, yeah, this is another interesting part. So another thing I really want us to consider is generating content, right, with ChatGPT. Of course, I've showed you how ChatGPT needs an input, which is called a prompt. This helps ChatGPT understand your request and generate a suitable response. With your input encoded, ChatGPT uses the powerful GPT architecture to generate content. So this is just like high level. The technology itself it's used, like models it's used to generate content for you, is called GPT-4, right? So GPT-4 in itself, is a model, right? And we can delve into that, but I don't think that is not our direction in this presentation, right? So ChatGPT-4 rather uses the knowledge that's gained from its training data to generate a response. It achieves this by predicting the most likely sequences of words, phrases, or sentences that would form a suitable reply. GPT bases this on the patterns and relationships it has learned from the vast amount of text data it has been trained on. Like I said, GPT is the model that trains ChatGPT, right? And the more people use this model, the better its responses and the better it is at, giving us responses and all that. But I've had instances where I put in a prompt and I didn't get a suitable response from ChatGPT. So, and this can happen for a few reasons, from my experiences and from what I've seen. When you're ambiguous in your input, when your prompt is ambiguous, is vague, is unclear, ChatGPT may struggle to generate a relevant response, causing to create content that appears to be like an hallucination, right? Lack of specific knowledge. If ChatGPT hasn't encountered enough relevant information about a specific topic, it might fill in the gaps with incorrect or irrelevant details. Case in point, let me quickly demo something here. Let me go to a new chart so that I will go back to ChatGPT 3. Okay, so for example, I'm trying to generate information about Thread. Thread, like we all know, is one of the one of the recent social media platform, right? Created by what's this guy's name? Zuckerberg. So Mark Zuckerberg. So let me say, tell me how to be more visible as a business on Trade. The new social media platform by Instagram. All right. Now, because ChatGPT is not connected to the internet and all his information dates back to, if I'm correct, and I think it's 2021. It doesn't have recent information after 2021. So it doesn't know about, I'm 100% sure that it doesn't know about the social media platform, right? So I'm just trying to demonstrate how limited ChatGPT can be in getting relevant, most recent information. So let me send this and see what we get. Right. So if you can see, it says, as of my last update in 2023, Thread was not a known social media platform or a feature within Instagram. However, so the information this guy is giving me essentially is, it's acknowledging that it doesn't have information about Thread, but it's going to give me a general information about the landscape of social media and how it's constantly evolving. Do you see? So it doesn't have the relevant information, but it's using the information it has, right? It's just making best use of the information it has to give me a suitable response. And well, it's not bad, right? It's just that it can't give me use case like in this context, speaking about Thread, it can't give me relevant information that is suitable for Thread itself, right? So yeah. So like I said, lack of limitations of the model, lack of specific knowledge, limitations of the model. These are some of the how will I put, limitations that ChatGPT might have, and not to give you the response that is, custom to your own use case, if you get what I mean. So it may not always generate accurate, factually correct, or contextually appropriate responses, leading to hallucinations in some cases. However, ChatGPT is still a very powerful tool. It's important to remember that even it can make mistakes. I've had situations where I was trying to run a code, right, and I was getting this particular error, right? I sent it to ChatGPT. I just copied it and pasted it in ChatGPT, and in fact, it was more like a case of hallucination. That's why I kept putting in hallucination in some cases. It just made the matter worse, right? So you always need to double check any data it gives you anyway. But by and large, I think ChatGPT has really evolved and has gotten better, especially in with the integration of the extension of GPT-4 and having code interpreter, right? It just takes ChatGPT to a new level, right? So the next level is super amazing. All right. Okay. So introduction to BARD. Like I said earlier, please forgive my error. This is it's supposed to be B-A-R-D, not B-A-R-D. Akukuma should have just typed Brad Pitt. So anyway, what is BARD? BARD is this is another tool similar to ChatGPT. BARD is a conventional generative artificial intelligence chatbot developed by Google. ChatGPT was created by OpenAI. BARD is developed by Google, right? It has learned to perform many kinds of tasks, including answering questions in an informative way, even if they are open-ended, challenging, or strange. I give this to BARD like in comparison to ChatGPT, right? And you see the reasons why. They're a bit biased anyway, in my opinion. So generating different creative text formats of text context like poems, codes, scripts, musical pieces, email letters. They try. Translating languages, try. Writing different kinds of creative content, following your instructions and completing your requests thoughtfully. So now this is my opinion based on my usage. I've used BARD a couple of times, and I have a preference, and I have a preference. But before we go there, I'm just saying that my experience using BARD, these are some of the things I've these are the best use cases I've seen, right, in using BARD. So BARD is particularly useful for learners and educators. Like for this, I give it to BARD. It can help you to break down complex topics into manageable lessons, sub-lessons, making it easier to understand and remember the material, right? So the only way ChatGPT is better compared to bad in this context is if you use ChatGPT 4 and you extend it with a plugin like a Meta Mentor that I showed you earlier. It will be able to break down, like create lesson plans, break down what's it called now, particular topics, right, into smaller chunks and make it easier to understand. But without any form of extension, Bard will just do this and make this happen for you, right? It also provides a summary of a specific topic, expand the topics with examples and analogies, and even find books related to topics, and also even find you YouTube channels and YouTube videos that will help you to understand these topics too. So this makes Bard a very powerful tool for personalized learning. Super amazing, to be honest. Yeah. So features of Bard. Bard has several key features. Okay, before, let me just quickly show you what Bard looks like. Yeah. I don't know how to get this guy away from me. Okay, awesome. Let me just move this down a bit. All right. So this is Bard here, right? However, to open Bard, I mean, you can do the same thing like I did when I was trying to create a ChatGPT through OpenAI. So you can just go to your search bar on your laptop and look for Bard AI, right? So we have Bard AI. Click on it, and then you can try it out. Sorry, I'm blocking my screen. Let me move this guy up. All right. So there you go. So you can try Bard AI today. Just click on it and to bring you to this page, something like this. Let me come here. Forgive me for just moving this guy up and down. I don't know why it's just telling me. Anyway, so this is what the Bard AI interface looks like, right? Nothing too extraordinary, but it's super interesting to use, right? So like because Bard AI is created, it's created by Google. Bard AI has access to the internet, which ChatGPT doesn't. Bard AI has, the model with which Bard AI was created upon is very recent and keeps evolving because it's open, it's connected to the internet. It has super updated information, right, that you can't get on Bard and ChatGPT, even with its extensions, right? ChatGPT is not connected to the internet. Bard is, because of course it's created by Google. Okay, so Bard AI has several key features. It can create personalized study guides based on the user's learning objectives and level of understanding. It can generate summaries of topics and expand on them with examples and analogies. It can also create exams and sets of questions and all that. Super interesting. And I really, really love another thing about Bard AI is I can provide PDF, HTML, and docs files of the learning guide once all the topics are generated. This ChatGPT cannot do except you extend it, right? Using ChatGPT 4, extend it with plugins, right? Okay. So now let's go to the part. Let's practicalize our learnings. Let's practicalize the implementation. But first, let's start with ChatGPT 4. So because my focus is on how we can utilize these tools to help us more productive, to help us be more productive, to help us be more creative. I want to zero in on using these AI tools on how to maximize our learnings, on how to get better on like learning a particular topic or a technology and all that. So I came up with different oh wow, can you imagine face support? Anyway, I came up with different prompts, right, to help us maximize learnings. So let's go to ChatGPT and let me copy this first prompt. Let's start with ChatGPT, right? And let me go to a new chat. Yeah, GPT-4. Command V. Okay. So what can someone suggest in the chat box, or if you don't mind, if you can unmute, can someone suggest any topic or any technology, anything you're learning or you're trying to learn? Let's experiment with that. If you can unmute, please unmute and just suggest, please. I don't want to come up with anything on my own. So let's see. All right. Okay, I see penetration testing. Okay, let's pick penetration testing first. All right, I'm copying. Formatting. So for those that don't know, penetration testing is just a way of testing software applications. All right. So provide me with a series of quizzes or tests on penetration testing at varying difficulty levels to enhance my retention and understanding. Another thing I want to quickly point out here is I know initially when you start with ChatGPT, you might not really fully get maximize. I mean, you'll not be able to fully maximize it because, like I said earlier, your prompt will determine ChatGPT's response. So when I started with ChatGPT, what I did was I watched a couple. In fact, I took like 3 courses on ChatGPT. I took one Udemy course on prompt engineering. So there's something called prompt engineering now. In fact, there's now a career path called prompt engineer. So essentially what prompt engineering is about is like finding the best prompts to get the best responses from ChatGPT. Simple and short. So the more you use ChatGPT, the better you understand how the response and how it works, and the better you get with your responses. So for me, I just kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, and until I became comfortable, generating my own prompts, and also using upgrading to ChatGPT and using Prompt Perfect helped me to also understand better ways to craft my prompt. All right, so one of them is this, like I said, provide me with a series of quizzes or tests on penetration testing. You can just put in your skill, copy this prompt and put in whatever technology you're trying to learn. Okay, here we go. All right, sure. Awesome. 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 So it keeps generating. Amazing. Amazing. So here are 3 quizzes of varying difficulty levels on penetration testing. Beginner level, what is penetration testing? I just love how relatable it can get, and I love how you can put in your prompts and get real-time feedback, and be able to skill up in whatever you're trying to learn, if you get what I mean. So this is one prompt. I think I will just copy and paste. Where is my chart? All right, let me paste this first prompt. We can copy it and experiment. Oh, okay, the guy, let me copy from this guy here and there. Campaign. So we can pick Command V. Yeah, awesome. Okay, let's pick the next prompt. If you have any questions at this level or you want to chip in, you're free to go ahead. All right, so let me pick another prompt. Create a study plan incorporating the Pomodoro technique and help me maintain focus and productivity while learning another skill. So I'll be picking another skill. Essentially, the Pomodoro technique is a learning style that incorporates rest, like if I remember correctly, like you have you create like a 20 minutes to focus learning period, right? So you focus on, maybe you're trying to study penetration testing again and you're using a material, you spend 20 minutes on it, after which you take rest. You can you rest for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You can actually also modify the Pomodoro technique to what will suit you. So in my own case, I actually spend like an hour on a material. After an hour, I take like 20 minutes. So I take like 10 minutes rest. I try to remember what I studied and then rest a bit, then go back to it. So let me paste this Command V, and let me take another, what's it called now? Another technology. Okay, so strategic business control. Awesome. Okay. All right. And I paste this. Strategic business control. So create a study plan incorporating the Pomodoro technique to help me maintain focus and all that. There we go. I just sent this. Now I'm using ChatGPT 3, not ChatGPT 4. With ChatGPT 4, you get a better response, right? But because most of us might be using ChatGPT 4, that's why I'm sticking with this, so I won't get different responses. Okay, awesome. So first off, The Pomodoro, so it first explained what the Pomodoro technique is about. It involves breaking study sessions into short focus intervals with regular breaks in between. So here's a sample study plan. Set clear goals, right? Create a study schedule, gather study materials, start a Pomodoro timer for 25 minutes, focus solely on studying strategic business control, avoid distractions during the study. I mean, take 5 minutes break after it. It's just, if you get what I mean, it just makes it, I mean, you can quickly pick this, adjust it, fine tune it to your own use case and run with it. If you get what I mean, it's just so amazing. Let me also drop this prompt. Let me drop this prompt and then I think I'll just drop all the prompt. Okay, can we get the quiz answer? Yeah, I'll copy all that and paste it. Why do I keep doing this? Okay. Please let me know if you are following. All right. Please let me know if you are following and then.
Yes, yes, we are.
Hello? Can you still hear me? I just want to know if you guys are still following me in this presentation. Also,
yes, we are following you.
Thank you. All right. So let's take another prompt. Suggest ways to incorporate the learning of into my daily routine, creating habits that support consistent growth and progress. So yeah, the story behind this particular prompt was I realized that there were days, okay, so I was studying for a particular exam I wanted to write. And I realized that because it wasn't, I was easily distracted. Okay, so no, not distracted. It was difficult for me to incorporate what's it called? It was difficult to incorporate that learning into my day-to-day. So I had a couple of things I was trying to also achieve, but this one was like a small thing, but it was just difficult for me to overlook it and not, for example, like learn, or I might not go to that study material in like 2-3 days. Then I'll now go on the 4th. I'm like, why? So I tried to incorporate it into my calendar, and it was just one work. So I just had an idea. Why don't I ask ChatGPT to help me suggest ways to incorporate this learning into my daily routine? And in fact, let me just show you. Let me just show you. Right? Okay, first let me drop the chat here. Awesome. Okay. Now, Command V. All right. Okay, so let me pick another skill. I think someone posted something about WordPress development, if I'm correct. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me just nice design. Okay. Sent. Okay. Awesome. Can you see? Can you see? So this was, well, I used ChatGPT 5, gave me a slightly different response, but this also is usable. Here are some suggestions to help you achieve this. Set clear goals, allocate dedicated time, right? Dedicate a specific time each day of the week, right? Create a learning environment, morning routine. This was part of the things that ChatGPT 4 recommended to me. Create morning routine, like incorporating what I was trying to learn, right, in my morning routines. So what I did was, usually I'll wake up by 5, I'll have my devotion and everything. Immediately after my devotions and my prayers, right, before I even start my school runs, I have a block of 30 minutes. Do you get? So that would be like between 6 and 6:30, and I just quickly, right, go to my learning material, and in fact, before even like the day gets busy, I knock off that task, if you get what I mean. And it just made a whole lot of sense, right? It was a game changer for me. So every day I was actively learning something, because it was a time block that maybe I would have still been sleeping, or maybe after my devotion I would have just gone back to rest a bit or something. It was now converted to 30 minutes of focusing on this that I was trying to learn. Do you get? So if it was just a game changer for me, yeah. So pair programming, follow WordPress blogs, read code from. Yeah, so just different ways on how to incorporate what you're trying to learn into your day-to-day. An amazing one for me too. Okay, so let's go to the next prompt. Guide me on how to formulate effective questions related to a particular skill that will promote deeper thinking and stimulate curiosity. Awesome. So let me copy this, share it first. Yeah, come here, paste it. Let's do WordPress development too. So, okay. All right, here are some guidelines to help you create such questions. Okay, be specific and clear. Ensure, yeah. So before it came up with the questions, it gave you the reasons behind the questions or how to create those questions or the thought process behind it. Underlying the creation of the questions. So how does WordPress handle security for user authentication? And these are real life, like these are questions that we could even come up in interviews and all that. I really love this for ChatGPT and maximizing it. It helped me a lot and still helps me. So yeah, this demonstration is just to show us how relevant and how realistic, how relevant it is to ChatGPT is, and how you can just incorporate it to your day-to-day and in everything you're trying to achieve. So there was this the use case that one of the mothers and the coding mom shared. Like she used ChatGPT to generate an eating plan for her toddler, and it just made an amazing sense. It just made sense. I just clicked in my head that that's true. I can even use ChatGPT to create a meal plan and all that. I use ChatGPT to create a full timetable, right? But first, I gave it, and this is another thing about getting responses from ChatGPT. So because of course ChatGPT, I don't want ChatGPT to be recommending bolognese and all those food that I have no business with. So first, I gave it like a breakdown of the kind of foods I eat. Like amala is top on my list, right? Rice, spaghetti, noodles, and all that. So I just dropped all those right in my prompts, like generate a full timetable with these meals, right? I give it like 15 different options, right? And it just mixed and matched and came out with and turned out what made sense for me. Of course, sometimes he puts amala in the morning and amala at night and all that. I just had to, fine tune and all that. But I'm just saying, by and large, what the response ChatGPT gave back made sense, and I was able to. It was just like a template. It gave me the first draft that I could work with. Do you get? So, let's stop with this prompt here. Okay, what I'll just copy the rest of the prompts and then just paste it in the chat box, and then we can. Why not just copy everything? Okay. So we can Nigerian food timetable. But of course, it might not know, like I said, it might not know the actual food we eat in Nigeria. So just to avoid stories I told you, I just like all the meals that I would normally eat and those that interest me, I just did that. How do you create the prompt? Is it a self-made slide? I don't understand this. Are you talking about the slide or generating prompts itself? I said in generating prompts, I'll suggest that, which I will also share with us, YouTube videos where you could watch on how to maximize ChatGPT, how to come up with better prompts. Do you get? I'll drop that in chat box. So, but the different YouTube videos you could watch, you could help you. But in coming up with the slides, I use Canva. Canva has an AI feature that will help you to create slides and all that. Of course, I have to come up with the words, right? The presentation itself, but the template was from Canva. If I answered your question correctly. Okay. So let's go to the next. Let's go back to our slides and go back to the next one. Awesome. Oh yeah. So Bard. Let's go to Bard. Let's go to Bard AI. Right. So some of the features, or like I was mentioning in our the earlier presentation about Bard. Bard AI has access to the internet, so you can get recent information right from Bard AI. Okay, so let's do a quick a quick one with bad. So let me just come here. Guy, leave me now. See by force. Okay, so provide me with a summary of the world news in July 2023. This is relevant news, right? And instead of going, like I don't want to watch CNN. I just give me the news. Summarize everything that happened in July, right? Only Bard can give me that information because ChatGPT is not connected to the internet. And of course, Bard will be connected to the internet because it was created by Google. And of course, Google, the internet, do you get? So, I'm just biased. I'm not a fan of Bard like that. But anyway, I still can't deny its capabilities. All right, so submit. Provide me with a summary of the world news in July 2023. This is recent news. I'm trying. Yeah. And the guy just gave it to me, right? Of course, this is just a few of the summary, but at least these are the most important ones, right? So climate change, armed conflict, political unrest, natural disasters. Good, amazing. Another thing I really love about Bard, to be honest, beyond me even being biased, I love the fact that I could Google the information that is given me to verify. So I could just comment, like, it's just embedded in Bard itself. And why? Should be because Google. Anyway, let's deal with that. So I could just click on it, and Baba will just give me the different news, right, from Google, and I can just click on this. Will it open in a new tab? Just to be sure, let me click on it first. Will it open a new tab? I think so. Let's see. Yeah, it opens in a new tab and gives me the relevant. This is cool. This is super cool. I love this about Bard. It's amazing. I love this about Bard. See, world news in July 2023 in your Google search bar. So it makes it super cool. It makes it extremely cool, to be honest. Another one I love about Bard is Bard gives you more than one options. So see other drafts. So here is a summary of the world news. It also gives you another draft. Like if you don't like the way it's churned out this response, it gives you another format. It's still the same response, but crafted in another way. So you have different options. You have more than, or like ChatGPT, that whatever response it gives you is final, right? But with Bard, you have more options. I can regenerate drafts. Do you get? It makes it super interesting. Like I'm not compelled to take whatever it gives me, right? I can regenerate different drafts. So I'm not just like fixed into a box and all that. And it's amazing. So I really like that for Bard too. I really like that about Bard rather, right? So another one is you can save Bard AI's response to Chat. You remember something I showed you about ChatGPT? That's okay. See, this is a plugin, right? And this is an extension rather. It's not a plugin. It's an extension. So it's a Google extension that I installed that helps me. So so it just integrated my Notion page to ChatGPT. So essentially, whatever response I get here, I just come to save to Notion and click. So it will save all the responses, right, on that page to Notion. So I already created this. So it will create this page once you integrate it to your Notion page. Notion is excuse me, I call Notion my second brain. Like I dump different things on Notions. I create like knowledge base, whatever. I just dump everything on Notion. So so in this case, the responses from ChatGPT, like I might need to go back to it again. So we just create, and that's why I just installed this what's it called, extension on Google. So it creates this page, save to Notion, and I can just save, right? Click on save, and it saves it to Notion. But you need to integrate this extension, right? Install the extension on your Google Chrome, right? Save successfully, click to view. Let's go there. But in the case of Bard, right, you don't need any extension. It already comes incorporated with it, the ability to save to what's it called, Google Docs. And then where is that? I'll find, hold on. I think it's here. Yeah, share and export, modify. Hold on, I think it's somewhere here. The icon is somewhere here. So I'm missing it. I'll find it. But you can immediately, all these responses, you can just Wait, where is it? I can't find the icon. I can't find the icon. Let's see. Why am I missing this icon? Yeah, can you imagine? Export to docs, exactly. So here is it. So export to docs, you can just export it straight up. Then you see, creating documents created, open docs. Voila. Here's the response from Bard. This is super amazing. Yes, this is super amazing. I love this about Bard, so right. I love this about Bard. Another one is like, if I don't know if you noticed this. So for example, if Bard helped you to craft an email, you can just send it off straight up and it will open in your, open Gmail. It just went off, open my Gmail, and it will open that particular response as an email, right? Provide me the summary. Amazing. And I give this to, it just, what they did with this, what Google did with Bard is it just integrated Bard with all of their whole ecosystem. Google as a search engine, Gmail as an email provider, everything. I'm sure you'll be able to export to your calendar and all that, the whole Google ecosystem. And this just gives Bard the superpower that ChatGPT doesn't have, to be honest. Even me, I need to accept that, right? Okay, let me see if I'm missing anything in the chat box. Okay, this is good because with ChatGPT, you have exactly. All right, so next one. So you can also talk to Bard AI rather than typing your prompts. This is another. You know, on a Google has this feature where you can use a microphone incorporated into Bard. So instead of typing, like I type this message, provide me the summary of the world news in July 2023, I can do this. Provide me with the summary of the world news in April 2023. Awesome. I've also to submit. Can you imagine? This is amazing. This is actually amazing. Honestly, I cannot lie. This is actually amazing. Right? You can just voice activate your prompt and and get responses. This is amazing. All right. So the next one, this I love the most about Bard AI. It can help you summarize an article from a website. Okay, so let me show you this. Let's quickly demonstrate this. How much time okay, we still have a bit of time. Okay, let me copy this guy. What is this now? Okay, copy. Right. Okay, so let me type this. What's your problem now? Hold on. Let me copy again. I think I didn't copy correctly. Give me a highlight. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So before I demonstrate this, let me show you this website first. Let's see, let me open a new tab and paste this. All right, this is the website. Sometimes when you go through, I find this most useful, especially when I'm trying to read through a documentation, or if I'm trying to read through an article, a technical article on Medium or wherever, maybe DigitalOcean or something, and I'm trying to run through a tutorial, like a written tutorial, a technical article, right? I do this a lot. So what I just do is, for example, I just come here, I pick the URL of that article, right? I just go to Bard and ask for a summary. Give me 5 highlights from this article. I don't want story. Just cut through the noise and help me. Sometimes, especially if that page has pop-up, website pop-up for ads and all that. Sometimes it might not access it the first time, but you just tweak again, and so maybe you run the response. You run the prompt again, and so it might So for this, it just was straight off. So sure, here are the 5, and it just cut through the noise and just gave me the 5 most important thing about the website. This is the only, well, let me be too, because I'm biased towards ChatGPT anyway, but really, this is the only the most important use case of Bard for me. Like, this is what I use Bard the most for. I go to Medium, I'm reading through an article, the story is too much. I just copy the URL, paste it in Bard, and I ask for the 5 highlights, right? Yeah, so this is just amazing. This is just amazing. So the essence of all this, I just want to show us the demonstration, just to show us the major differences between Bard AI and ChatGPT. Those are the most used AI tools, right? There are other ones I use. I use Jasper also, which is like a more like a content generator and then a rephraser, right? What's it called? It helps you to rephrase your responses from ChatGPT, Bard AI, and all that. But I don't use those as much as I don't use Jasper as much as I use what's it called, ChatGPT and Bard. Yeah, so let's go back to our slides. So, like I also shared, Bard AI also gives you multiple response from every prompt, and I demonstrated that with view order drafts, right? It just gives you different drafts for each of your response, right? So yeah, are there any questions at this point? Let me see. Yes, Bard is free. Bard is free. It's free. Bard is free. That is free. ChatGPT is also free, but if you want to extend the option, the capabilities of ChatGPT, you subscribe for ChatGPT 4. Also, ChatGPT 3 also has this limitation of, so now within an hour, please, within ChatGPT and Bard options, one can even compare response. Of course. Where's it bad? Okay, so I was saying that with ChatGPT 3, there's this major limitation, right? And this is, for example, it will only give you, there's so much it can't give you more than, in an hour, there's a limit to how you can use ChatGPT. So for example, within a particular hour, right? If you are sending multiple prompts, you send this prompt, gives you response, gives you response like that, and you're going on and on and on. At a point, Baba will just say, look, you have exceeded your limits, right? Within this hour, you have to just go and chill. You get, like when I was using ChatGPT, I had that multiple times, asking questions over and over and over, and like, look, babe, you have exceeded your limits for this hour, right? So I'll need to chill for like maybe an hour or two before I can access ChatGPT again. These are some of the limitations of ChatGPT. One of the reasons why I go, let me just extend this guy and I subscribe to ChatGPT 4. Do you get? So yeah, beyond that, ChatGPT also will save you, perfect you amazingly well. Okay, so let's move on to our slides. Okay, yeah, another one. I want to make this recommendation. There's this website I found. I was just amazed. Even if it's let just put on, it's fine. All right, it's called Insider.ai, right? So please, excuse the background noise. It's from the offer. You know what? Let me just. All right, let me show you. Let me quickly demonstrate this guy. Insider.ai. This guy has over 2,000. Over 2,000. What is your own now? Yeah. Okay, I've not opened it on this browser. Insider.ai has over 2,000 AI tools across all categories, honestly. Across, like so for example, there's this tool I use also. It's called Perplexity.ai. It's also very similar to ChatGPT and Bard. It's amazing too, but I don't really use it that much. Sometimes I use it to just compare responses. And I discovered Perplexity on Perplexity, yeah. I discovered Perplexity on this website, right? It just works like ChatGPT also, right? Let me show you the website. But I don't hear you now, big. Okay, let me move it. Okay. And they are all, so some of these tools, however, they are paid. But beyond that, you just have access to explore all manner of AI tools, all manner, depending on what you're looking for. So if it's image and video. You know how people generate this AI generated images. Do you get? So there are so many tools. It's just like a repository of all manner of AI tools, right? So this is, you just begin to see, and you can just pick one, explore. Are you trying to create an avatar? This is Go Challenge image generator. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, some of them you need to subscribe, some all manner, but by and large, it just gives you access to all manner of AI tools. Is it copywriting you need? For those that are into content marketing, those that are into social media management, those are all manner businesses and everything, even email, CRM, automation. Do you get AI tools? Amazing. So I will drop this website, guys. In fact, you need to explore. In fact, I'm afraid that by the time, thank you so much, Tolulope. I'm afraid that by the time you start exploring, you might even enter like a rabbit hole, and you just keep going and going and going. But honestly, it's super amazing. I discovered so many tools on this site. I just keep exploring, I keep discovering. You just, depending on what I'm looking for, right? Depending on what I'm looking for. So how I discovered Perplexity, I just like, I need I just search for tools that are similar, AI tools that are similar to ChatGPT, and I found Perplexity AI, and super amazing too. I used it a couple of times and it makes sense, right? So yeah, but also you will have to enjoy like the well, to enjoy or to maximize the usage of Perplexity, you will have to subscribe for a pro account, right? I'm like, but you got time for that big. All right, so I just talked with ChatGPT and banned. Okay, so let's go back to our slides. So please, I encourage us to check out insider.ai to see more tools and to explore and experiment, right? Awesome. Yeah, we are wrapping up now. In conclusion, right? It's for me, is like I said earlier in the beginning of this presentation, it's amazing how you can just elevate your work rates. You can elevate how you get things done in speed, in quality, and be better in your creativity when you maximize these different AI tools, right? I mean, I like to say that, look, no man is an island. And now this conversation, or that statement now, is even more extended in the sense that no man is an island, that you need people. Also, you need AI. You don't just, you leverage, I like to say, you leverage technology and you also leverage on relationships. So it's not like a two-pronged fork. And why not just, if not, I mean, why not also leverage technology as you're also leveraging your relationships? Do you get? So it just makes sense for me. I know people say, I've heard, and everybody almost, of course, I've heard like that. AI will steal people's job, will take away people's job, this is that. Well, in my opinion, I don't like to, I won't, that's like it's a separate perspective. I don't want to rubbish that perspective, but in my opinion, I'll rather say AI will enhance my work. AI will make me better at what I do. And there's the human part of AI. There's a human part that AI cannot have, right? There's a human touch, there's a human feel that AI cannot have, right? So in that thinking, or in that vein, I don't believe that AI can steal my own job, or it can take my place. No. But I can leverage what the knowledge AI has. I can leverage the tools AI has, and just make me better at what I do. I've learned how to ask better questions, even in your relations with people, right? On your job and all that. The quality of questions you ask to determine the quality of answers you get. Do you get? Even if you are trying to Google, in my role as a systems engineer, I mean, Google has been my best friend over the years. That in just a couple of months now, ChatGPT is already stealing that bestie position. But really, in learning to code and all that, you will always, one of the most essential skill any developer, tech person will have or has, as they will tell you, is learning how to search, right? Optimizing your search, right? And I've learned that over the years with Google. But ChatGPT has elevated that in a level that I didn't even realize existed. Do you get? knowing how to better craft prompts to get better responses. And I've been able to also extend that in my relationships with people, even at work, asking better questions with my line manager, my colleagues and everything. I'm able to get better responses. And at the end of the day, better at my delivery, my tasks and all that. So I would say don't be open-minded, be super open-minded, explore and embrace these tools, because honestly, they will open doors to possibilities, efficiencies, and expressions, right? So it invites us not to only utilize technology, but to also to think creatively about how we work, how we create, and how we connect, right? So I've come to the end of my slides. Thank you, everyone. So now we go to questions and answers. So please, this is the session where, wow, thank you very much, Olajide. Basically, the AI tools gives you ideas, then you tailor in your own understanding of exactly, amazing. That way you won't be, yes, that's another point to note. And amazingly, there are AI tools to help you rephrase the content you get from ChatGPT or these other AI tools. So I know there's Jasper. Let me quickly show you Jasper.ai. There's this other tool, but I'm forgetting the name, Dari. There's just so many. Okay, this is Jasper. Right, so let me log in. I know I have a, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm logged in now. So there's a way, but with this, you have to pursue with email. Okay, I think it's my other. Okay, let me just continue with email. I'll continue with Google rather. I want to demonstrate how Jasper can help you to rephrase email and help you. No, come and beat me now. Anyway, all right, so these are like, okay, for example, I was trying to write a technical article right on what's it called, is it DevOps or containerization, and that's ended, no complaint. No. So I just wanted to quickly show, please. So Jasper can write for you, can come up with contents that can help you bypass there's plagiarism tools that will check if this content is written, is it human, is it has it been copied from another person or another site or something. Those are plagiarism. So there are also tools that to check if this content was generated by an AI or was generated by a human. There are those tools now. So there's this tweet I saw on Twitter like 2 months ago. It was so funny to me. So there was this role for about they're looking for a content creator, a technical writer, and one other role. So they asked people to send in two or three content, right? To send in 2 or 3 of their best content, in a Google Docs format and all that, and then send the links right in the application process. So they said they had about over 700 applications, right? And I don't want to exaggerate, but let's say about 90% of the applications were AI generated, either by ChatGPT or other tools, and only a fraction, only 10% was generated by a human, meaning that what this guy did was, for example, they gave them a topic like, okay, let's pick this topic, exploring the benefits of containerization in DevOps environment. Baba just copied this, took this what's it called, topic, and just went straight to ChatGPT, right, and Command V and pasted. And like, okay, so let me do this. Create an article on, right, and paste. Of course, ChatGPT will give you an article, right? And you can, keep tweaking. You can say, can you expand on Can you expand on point number 9? Can you expand on point number 8, you know, to generate more book contents and just copy everything up? So essentially, this is what those guys did. And they just, in fact, so what they did was they were able to, they were able to pass all these articles through an AI content generator finder, something like that, and we're able to, you know, just knock off qualify these guys from the application. And so they just had a fraction. At the end of the day, I think they employed like 2 people out of 700 people that applied. Do you get? So issues of plagiarism and generating content from AI, right? You really need to be very careful on those. So what I'll suggest is whatever ChatGPT gives, like if you're trying to create a template or you're trying to create content, this is how I create content with ChatGPT. Let me just quickly demonstrate that. First off, because ChatGPT also works with something called context, right? It will make sense for you to start with a new chat. So whatever you are trying to do is starting on a fresh slate. Is not making reference to something within. For example, like if you notice, when I was trying to create content for that topic, I did that in this pen test chats environment, right? So it still has context of its context is still based on my questions around pen tests, right? So it might not give me, it won't maximize the capabilities of ChatGPT. So what I do, like one of my own tips is start with a fresh slate, right? New chat. And of course I use ChatGPT for, but let's say ChatGPT, and this is what I do essentially. Let's say this is the topic, right? Exploring the benefits of containerization. So I'll create an outline. What I do is I create an outline. Create an outline, or let's say create a comprehensive outline for the topic. Okay, for the topic, yeah. Okay. And also, please ignore this purple line. I integrated my Jasper to ChatGPT, right? But at the end of the day, I didn't really use it. Actually, that was after, let me not lie, I used it when I was on the free trial. So because I don't want to pay, because I didn't continue using it again. So I can always disable that anyway, but just ignore that. So yeah, create a comprehensive outline for the topic, exploring this. And awesome. So this is how I use ChatGPT to create content. I create an outline, then I now run with this outline. So whatever content I'm coming up with, I just use this outline as a guide, right? And it helps me to structure my content. That's all. I don't use it to create content because of AI generation softwares that will, flag my content as an AI generated content, if you get what I mean. So this is, in fact, one of my best use cases for ChatGPT to create content, to create outlines for my content, for my technical content, if you get what I mean. Okay, so yeah. So with this, you can avoid AI generated content issues and all that, flagging your content as a AI generated content. Awesome. So let me see what other question. Please feel free to unmute and ask, right? Awesome. Okay. Quill.com. Yeah, I've not tried Quillbot. It's Quillbot. I've not used that, but I know Quillbot has a feature to check if your content is AI generated or it's human generated. Wait, there's this tool I have, and let me check my extension. There's this extension that let me see. If I save. I don't know. I had this extension. Let me check my what's it called? My let me check my. Okay, I don't have it here, but I think I disabled this. There's this extension I had that helped me to check AI generated. So it runs a test on your content. right? It should just run a test on your content, and it will check if, so it will give you the degree of human, so it will give you a percentage that, okay, this content is 80% generated by AI, 10%, 20% generated by human, and all that. I can't remember, but I'll find it and paste it in and share it anyway. So yeah, I know Quillbot.com has a plagiarism checker. It has a AI generated content checker, something like that. I'm sure it does, but I know it's paid. It's paid. And tools that are, there are too many tools that are free for me to be paying for. Yes. Anyway, all right. So yeah, there are other tools. So I said perplexity.ai. Also go through that insider.ai website to see other tools that you can explore aside from ChatGPT. Okay, can you use AI to test for plagiarism? No, there are two different things. Plagiarism checker is different. Use Quillbot for plagiarism. For AI content generated tester, whatever, I'll find it. I know there are other tools. You can find us. We can check insider.ai to check. All right. Is there a secret with, I didn't know. I don't know. If you know, tell me. Oh, this is I don't know. I'm sure I don't know. I don't know if there is, but really, when I use the free trial, it makes, Jasper is good. Jasper the AI is good, to be honest. There are so many features within Jasper the AI. It makes sense. It makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Tori. Okay, my daughter uses Snapchat AI Messenger. I was like, oh, wow. I don't use Snapchat, right? I try to regulate my usage of social media and all that. So Snapchat, TikTok, and all those guys, I don't use, but Snapchat AI, of course, they will have now. They will have it. They are all big. They must have. I can imagine how incredible it will be. Oh, turn it in. It checks for plagiarism. Oh, okay. Awesome. It's always advisable to run zero assignment. Your assignment through zero GPT. Okay, awesome. Oh, okay, zero GPT. I'll try that out. Let's see. Is it a site? Let's quickly see that. Zero GPT. Let's see. Awesome. So awesome. So this is a AI detector. All right. We can try that out too. Zero GPT. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I didn't even know about that guy. All right. Awesome. Turn it in. Okay. So we have zero GPT. We have turn it in. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to unmute while I stop sharing my screen, and then you want to ask a question. Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to see my gallery view and then see everybody. Awesome. Okay. Please feel free to unmute, ask questions, make a recommendation. Let's know, has this session been helpful? What do you think? Excuse me. All right, please let me know. Like I said earlier, I really apologize. I don't know what happened. My video just, my camera just disconnected, and I can't, if not, you would have seen my face and all. But if you want me to see your face, you can share your video too, and I can see your face. All right, but let me know, people. Let me know, do you have any questions? Has this session been helpful? How are you going to incorporate ChatGPT or Bard or any other tool into your day-to-day? Are there other use cases that you also want to incorporate, right? Yeah, I also want to add, I wanted to, but timing. Okay, maybe we'll have another session. I'll also demonstrate how you can use, but with this you have to extend it, you have to upgrade ChatGPT to ChatGPT-4. How you can use ChatGPT-4 with the use of plugins, right, to search for jobs, to come up with a search for jobs, find jobs, right, find jobs, use the job JD to craft your CV, to come up with a cover letter, to use certain keywords to also optimize your LinkedIn profile, right? that one is a different session. I purposely could not include that in this because it's going to take us time, because we are going to, I have to take you through the process. I just wanted, this session was just to introduce us to AI in general, talk to us about the tools, and demonstrate some of the use cases like in learnings and all that. So if we are going to use, if we are going to have a session on how you could use ChatGPT, using ChatGPT to search for jobs and all that, and to get jobs, and to optimize your CV, optimize your LinkedIn profile using certain keywords based on the type of jobs you're looking for, is going to be a separate session, honestly. And I think maybe that will be our next session or something, right? But yeah, please, I'll take us through that. But beyond that, before we wrap up, please let me know. Has this session been helpful? You want to have ask any question? Do you want to incorporate AI tools into your day-to-day, and in what ways do you want to share? Please let me know. Okay, is there any way to get, okay, I've seen this. The recording, yes, the recording will actually be shared. We'll upload the recording to the Coding Mom YouTube channel, and yeah, we'll give everybody access. Okay, Kehinde Omotola, you muted. Yeah, do you, I thought you wanted to even see something or share.
Right. Yes, I'm sorry.
Please go ahead.
I asked about okay. So I asked about this question about Jasper, how to get it for totally free without payment. But I was caught up network, so I just joined by. That's why I really.
Oh, okay, yeah. The question was answered actually. Okay, I didn't even know that you didn't hear. So I was saying that, Biko, my sister, if you know how, maybe you should share. I don't think so. I don't think there's a way to get Jasper AI for free. I don't think so. You will have to put in your card details, or you have to pay for, even with the free trial, you still need to put in your card details. So what I did was, because the cards, our Nigerian cards are now going, and now, you can use it for international payments and all. So what I did was I used an account where there's nothing inside. I think I use an account that have a card and there's nothing inside. So in case I forget, they won't remove my money, because it's actually expensive. It costs like $40 per month, right? So yeah, I don't think there's a way you can have access to Jasper the AI without putting your card details. Thank you. Thank you, Justina. I'm so glad. Thank you. Okay, Ife says she used web ChatGPT, a Chrome extension to connect. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. This is a Chrome extension. Yeah. There are so many AI Chrome extensions that you can also use. Like, you can incorporate right now. You can explore even in Insider.ai, you can explore ChatGPT, AI extensions, AI Google Chrome extensions. Okay, with this AI, what's the cost implication? So the cost implications is, depending on the tool, there are some tools that are free. There are some tools that you have to pay for. There are some tools that you have limited access to the free version. Then you now have more extended and more elaborate access to the pro version. So it depends. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be wrapping up, because I actually have another session in the afternoon, and it's physical, I have to drive down. So thank you, everybody. I'm so grateful to everyone that has joined, and I'm grateful that this will be useful and all that. So thank you. If we don't have any more questions or contributions and all that, we'll be ending this session. But I just want to take a quick screenshot. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful. God bless you all. So see you soon. Thank you. So the next session, of course, we'll have it this time around. It will be how to incorporate AI into our job search and career optimization in that sense. Yeah, and visibility. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.